So now that we have our own system of equations to solve graphically, we're going to rely on the graphing calculator to do this. Just makes life a little bit easier and allows us a more accurate representation of where that point of intersection is. So in order to use the graphing calculator, we need to have each equation with a y equals. So just for simplicity, I'm going to number the equations so we can keep track. With equation 1, I can easily get y isolated by just adding it to both sides and moving it to the right. And it's not an issue at all that y is on the right side of this equation. All we need to do is get it isolated. I can do the same thing in equation 2. If I move y to the right side, I can get it over there in one step, and it is isolated. So then we'll turn over to the graphing calculator, and to enter these equations in the calculator, we need to go to the y equals function. I'll put the first equation in equation 1, put the second equation in equation 2, and to see where they intersect, I'll just hit graph. Now, as we can see, we have 2 points of intersection, one down here and one up here. We need to find exactly where those are. We could just look and we could just estimate, but the graphing calculator has functionality built into it that allows us to find those points exactly. So to do that, we need to access the Calculate menu, which is Second Trace. We want the point where these graphs intersect. So that's option 5. Calculator will ask us a few questions. It'll ask us which one is the first curve. Well, it shows us y1, so that is our first equation, so we'll hit enter to confirm. Second curve, showing us y2, so we'll hit enter to confirm. And guess. Now the guess is actually quite important this time. Because we have 2 points of intersection, we need to make sure that our guess is very close, otherwise it may go to the wrong one. And not that one is right and one is wrong, but it may just go to this one all the time. We need to make sure that we can find both of them. So the guess is actually very close to the right point of intersection. I'm going to stay there and use that one. And it actually happened to be exactly on that point. So first point of intersection is at 0, 3. We'll repeat that process again to find the second point. So second trace, option 5 for where they intersect. First curve y1, yes. Second curve y2, yes. I'll have to move the guess this time. I'll go left. That looks close enough. And we have a second point of intersection at -2, -5. Both of these points act as the solutions to this equation, or the system of equations, that is.